Observe the timeline. Friday, Zelensky throws a fit and refuses to sign minerals deals at White House. On Saturday and Sunday, Zelensky runs off to London to beg for money from Europe. They give him a minuscule amount of funds and tell him to go beg Trump for forgiveness. On Monday, Trump says that if Zelensky does not come to the table ready for peace, then he will not be around very long. Hours later, Trump cuts off all weapons sales, aid, funding, stockpiles, etc., until Zelensky is committed to a ceasefire and peace deal. Today, Zelensky is ready to commit to a peace deal. First thing this morning, you just witnessed the art of the deal play out in real time. Guys, welcome to my channel. For those who are new, thank you so much for watching my video, and please don't forget to subscribe. Today's video, we're going to Trump is holding all the cards and forces Zelensky to submit. Zelensky was trying to play games and keep this war going, so Trump dropped the hammer on him. Trump essentially told Zelensky, you either work with me on stopping this war or we will let Putin kill you. You're watching a master at work. So these are what people are saying on Twitter, on X platform. Does anyone think we can trust Zelensky who actually comply? I personally doubt it. He doesn't have a choice. If he plays games again, that's fine. Trump just cut off the flow to Ukraine and Putin will take him. Trump holds all the cards. I think they will try to trick Trump. Trump is keen on their ways. They can try, but Trump still holds all the cards. At any moment, Trump can turn off the flow to Ukraine. Trump's on Zelensky, no matter how hard he struggles. So, this is the meme of somebody who has written. He said, Trump wants foreign leaders to do something. Trump suggests something unorthodox and hyperbolic. And then leaders caves and Trump gets concession. So where are we? We are here, where Trump wants foreign leaders to do something. Another Twitter saying, this is how real leaderships work. Trump didn't beg, he didn't posture, he didn't throw more billions into the money pit. He simply cut off the cash flow and forced Zelensky to face reality. No more weapons, no more aid, no more endless war. Zelensky tried to play hardball, ran to Europe like a desperate salesman looking for buyers, and got nothing. By Monday, he had no choice but to crawl back to Trump. This isn't just the art of the deal. This is how you bring wars to an end. Instead of sending more American money and weapons to prolong the bloodshed, Trump just forced Zelensky to the negotiating table in record time. No more games, no more grifting, no more endless war, just results, American fast. Trump is playing hardball with the wrong person. He should play hardball with Putin, who is the aggressor. Force Putin to the negotiating table and demand no more games, endless war. All right, another person on X platform saying, the hardline mobsters in Ukraine will kill Zelensky before he can rat them out to Trump. One must remember, he is not in charge. He is a poster child for people who are unacceptable to the U.S. population. Trump is now going to force Zelensky to turn on the Democrats and give him everything he has on the money laundering, sex and organ trafficking, and illegal biolabs. Just saying that the smart ass and POTUS is a smart man. All right, another comment. I've been given to believe that most of Ukraine's mineral wealth is in the east, where Russians has already conquered. Zelensky is playing a dangerous game with the resources of which his authority is questionable. Russia will have to agree to any deal too. Fascinating. The Art of War by Sun Tzu and The Art of the Deal by Donald Trump may be the two best things ever written. So another comment that people have written here, Zelensky knows his time may be over soon. It might be because of this. Right, in other words, Zelensky wants to stay in power and is a warmonger. All right, Putin explains why Zelensky is refusing to end this war. Do you agree? Let's hear it.
Finally, he has cornered himself with the decree banning negotiations with the Russian Federation on a peace agreement. Why? Because if negotiations were to begin, sooner or later, and most likely quite quickly, it would lead to the need to lift martial law. And as soon as that happens, elections must be held immediately. There would no longer be any grounds for not holding elections, as the current justification for not conducting elections in Ukraine is the presence of martial law. But if negotiations take place, followed by the likely quick necessity of lifting martial law, elections would have to be held right away. And that's where the current head of the regime faces a problem. His rating is exactly half that of his closest potential political rival. The current head of the regime has absolutely no chance of winning the election.
Another comment: until the ink is dry, Zelensky will double cross, triple cross if he can. After the ink is dry, he will F some other way. I trust Trump but not Zelensky, and those are my nice words. Well, it seems Zelensky signed a UK-Ukraine agreement on the 5th of February 2025. Somebody else has commented, when negotiating with bad faith actors, you need to play the game well because there is an absence of good faith and goodwill. Zelensky is a con man to be managed, not an ally to be trusted. Trump treated him accordingly, and now things are moving forward as they should have. Bravo, Trump. So here is how I see it playing out. The mineral deal will get done. A ceasefire will follow. Negotiations will begin. Negotiations will take several meetings. The war will end. The Democrats will not cheer but will criticize Trump for the ending of the war. The Democrats will complain that Trump took too long. The Democrats will say Trump is taking advantage of Ukraine. Another person who commented, exactly. Although I would love him to fire the USDA head, she's screwing out our meat supply, putting vaccine next to mRNA in our meat supplies. He should be fired. Another comment, Zelensky will try to back out again, holding out for more as if he's in a position to negotiate, and Trump will have to bring him back to reality once more. I'm sure of this. Okay. It was a masterclass how the art of the deal was done and how Trump made Zelensky to come to the table and agree to the peace deal. To be fair, this isn't that special on Trump's part. Like he said at the meeting, Zelensky has no cards. It's not hard to win the deal when you have all the cards. I honestly hope we also make a deal with Russia. I trust them much more than Ukraine. Another one is the geopolitical dance continues, a ballet of power and desperation. Zelensky's refusal to sign the middle deal might just be the prelude to a larger narrative. It's fascinating how these moves in the international arena mirror the strategic gameplay we see in Israel Survivor. He thought he was going to show up at the White House, walk into Trump's office, and dictate the terms of the deal. If you don't understand by now that Trump does not give AF about pressure from Democrats, Europeans, or the press, it's going to be a long 4 years for you. Not enough people have read The Art of the Deal. I tell anyone, if you want to know Donald Trump, read this book. It's a very good read. I read it when it came in paperback. The Art of the Deal being used for world peace. Trump is an absolute legend, a ruthless, kind, strong, inspiring leader. I think we need to wait and see if it's successful. This assumes Zelensky won't go back on his word the fourth time. If he does, I say withdraw all funding, refuse to send any more weapons, and let the Europeans fund them until Ukraine decides it's done with its dictator and select someone else of their choosing without US and globalist regime change thinkers in the mix. Okay, another comment. Rubio and Bessent need to take the document to a basement somewhere, no press allowed, and watch Zelensky sign the document. Only then should Zelensky be allowed to talk to Trump, and not in our White House. The little shit doesn't deserve any fanfare. If we just pull out of NATO, we win. We fund two-thirds of the defense spending, some $680 billion in 2024. We can spend that money on ourselves and quit funding wars for everyone else to fight. Simple rules from the business world. If you try to win on the opening salvo, you have already given up more than you should have. Never negotiate against yourself. Know when to walk away and make the other guy realize how much more they need you than you need them. I think true art of the deal is how you make a deal. When you don't hold any cards, negotiating from a position of weakness and loss. It wasn't just him, it was them leaders, the Democrat leaders telling him how to act behind the scene. They are evil liars and manipulators. Another comment, there's not a thing Trump does or say without a purpose. He's an equal opportunity player. Everyone is treated the same within the guardrails. If you go out the guardrail, God help you. The Saturday Sunday spectacle with Zelensky and all those shallow European pursuers in their BS photo shot, the BS photo op. Damn, Trump alone is the last best hope for humanity. All right, another comment. There are so many. It's unrolling. What do you think, guys? I'd like to hear from you. All right. And meanwhile, Bondi received truckloads of stuff from SDNY and the New York FBI by 8. Okay, I think this one is not related. The art of the deal. Reading between the lines, this must mean that King Charles' Starmer Macron handshake didn't add up to much support. The other comment, didn't Trump also cut off funds to the UN? If so, there is nowhere for Zelensky to go. Maybe a number of EU countries need to change their tune too. Would it make sense to debunk NATO as well? I think they are also cut off intelligence flow, which is probably more significant short term. No warning on Russian missiles launches, glide bombers, etc. A couple of days of that and they'll get the point. I heard Trump wants a public apology from Zelensky. He should absolutely get one before proceeding. Zelensky tried to go from one parent to the other like the man's child he is. Dad said no and he meant it. Wondering if Zelensky will pull another stunt after the agreement are made again. Probably do it behind closed doors this time. When can we send in teams? And this is why all the war hawks and defense industry hate President Trump. He is a master at his craft. J.D. Vance is getting one hell of a free education. I think this signing happens at all. If this signing happens at all, then Zelensky can just do it in an airport or White House parking area, and just with Secretary Rubio, or better with lower-ranking officials, and not with President Trump or Vice President Vance. No photo op, no speeches or press conference. Just sign the document. Trump gets a knockout, and the MSM have so rapidly changed their Zelensky is a hero and Trump should quit story to Zelensky apologizes to President Trump and gets a deal. Maybe if they try writing the truth for a change, the hypocrisy will not be so embarrassing. The opposition to Trump, that is the Democrats, cannot fathom that he will play hardball with Zelensky, that he will stick to his word and simultaneously keep pressing. It's not even something they consider as a possibility because they are so infinitely incompetent and morally weak. A masterpiece, big embarrassment for EU politicians as well. Only Trump is able to make peace finally. This is absolutely fantastic. I hope they never understand it because that's what makes it work. Trump just proved it in real time that real leadership forces results. Zelensky thought he would play games, but Trump reminded him who holds the card. This is what winning looks like. Now, it's our turn to apply pressure. If you live in a Reno or Democrat district, calling your representative every single week is essential. We must hold them accountable for every decision they make. Imagine the chaos in their offices when millions of America first call floods in. They won't know what to do. Zelensky is an actor thrust into the role of a world leader and is out of his league. He should have taken the minerals deal and let Russia have the Donbas region, and he will have been a winner. And so many comments go on. What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you. Let me finish with the last one or two. No one is mentioning what Ukraine will look like if we pull our support, and they still won with only the support of other NATO countries. Ukraine will be flooded with Middle Eastern and African refugees faster than you can say Slava Ukraine. That deal isn't signed yet. How can he agree to give the US 50% of their minerals if the UK already has an agreement with them for 100%? The math ain't mathing, even if you use common core standard. Zelensky has submitted and said he will sign this deal and back out 4 times now. I believe it when I see it, and much more. If you have any questions, comments, I'd love to hear from you guys. Please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.